What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to an episode of Roachworks. We're down here at the new shop. I released a video about Brian's car and it kind of shows the shop at the end. I haven't really explained the shop. It's something that Donovan and I and April and Rochelle kind of all jumped on a little faster than we kind of planned, but it was a good deal, so we just ended up doing it. So here we are. We've got the new shop. It's 2,000 square foot, heated, AC'd. It's lovely. It's like December and I'm just in a long sleeve down here. We got Bruiser with us today. Shop's really coming together. We haven't showed much on it other than on our Instagram, but this video is going to talk about the shop. Kind of Donovan's idea. He's needed a spot for his car and I've needed a spot to work, so we put our minds together and this is what we came up with. He found it, I jumped on it. We love it. So we've got ourselves the Cerakote booth. I've done a little bit of talking about it, but like I said, not a whole lot. That's what we're mainly focusing on here. Cerakote, H2 builds, doing a bunch of electrical like AIM, just a lot of stuff. I'll talk to you more on that when Donovan gets done doing whatever he's doing. But right now, we are actually going to fix his car from December. We broke an axle. I'm pretty sure it was due to heat. It's been down for a while. It's here at the shop. And he went Bala status. I love it. Stop Tech. I think it's like an 11-inch rotor now, so way bigger than he had before. It's already got spherical in it. Lots of good parts. But we're going to put this thing together, and he went with insane axle shafts there. Those should hold up all the power that we're needing on this thing. So that's what we've got, but we're gonna do wheel bearings on this. So that's mainly what this video is about, is wheel bearings here and just kind of showing you guys the new shop. And a great way to jump into the new year. Here it is 2022. And we're gonna learn lots of things this year. Make the shop very successful, I hope. And learn a lot while doing it and bring you guys along as well. Today I'm actually gonna learn to do a little TIG welding, I hope. Hope that goes well. Donovan's actually gonna jump in on that also. But first things first, we're gonna take these spindles here, and while the wheel bearings are still in them, we're gonna throw them in the media blast cabinet and blast those things. We want them nice and clean. We're gonna shoot them black, but I wanna do it with the wheel bearings in so the media doesn't get in there and quote unquote score up the inside where the race of the bearing goes. So we're gonna do that, paint them, press bearings, put new bearings in, put them back together, put all the big brake kit on it, bleed the brakes, hopefully go do some big old dirt nasty burnouts in this thing. That's the plan anyways. All right, probably no burnouts, but you guys get the idea. Anyways, let's dive into pressing some bearings and having a good old day. All right, y'all, before the compressor turns on, little Donovan's gonna give these things a blast. Taped up the lower ball joint. Just stay away from your threads on your studs, but you'll be okay otherwise. Give those a blast in the good old cabinet. I'm gonna tinker on a few things and then we're gonna start throwing this thing together once those are all cleaned up. All right, y'all, Donovan got those all blasted up pretty decent. As good as we need. We're actually gonna be removing these dust shields off, just because we are doing brake ducting, and I don't know if those will actually help or do any, or if these will be in the way, brackets, I'm not sure. So we're just gonna take them off, because I don't really think we truly need them. I mean, I think this just goes, well, it goes actually like that. So I mean, they're not in the way. Or however, yeah, it goes this way. Nope, it goes this way. It'd have to go that way. I think that way. Would it be that way? It'd have to be. Unless this goes on the other one. Anyways, we'll figure out which way these go, but they go like that. So, I mean, we could leave the dust shield if you wanted to. That's totally up to you at this point. But we're gonna press these wheel bearings. I'm gonna make old Donovan learn how to do it, because they're not the funnest to do, because these don't sit very well in the presses and they're just kind of all over the place, and then there's a sequence you got to do it. So the way we got to do it is this actually has to be flipped around And we gotta move those plates. That don't fit in there. See, I knew it. I knew it.
Is he extended?
All right, y'all. Oh, did it go? It did go. So we actually need this here. So this needs to be underneath of those plates. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna set y'all up on a time lapse and we're gonna press these things out. All right, y'all, so we got those bearings pressed out. It was real pretty easy. I showed Donovan how to do it. He knocked it out. We got them all finished sandblasted. So now we're gonna tape up the insides, throw them in the booth, and shoot some black on those, get them all looking real nice, get them dry, press new bearings into them, and go from there. They should be real nice when we're done. All right, we got Donovan in here wiping these things down. We're gonna actually do them pretty nice here. We've already got the new bearings pressed in them. What'd you think of pressing those bearings?
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy, pretty easy. Shops make a lot of money to do this stuff, but if you got the right equipment and the know-how, it's a pretty easy job at the end of the day. So if y'all need your wheel bearings pressed, come on down to Roachworks here in Keller, Texas, 10349 Alta Vista Road. We'll get the wheel bearings pressed for you real quick like. We just like to focus on the Hondas, but we'll do a little bit of anything, won't we, Bruce? Yeah, we'll do a little bit of anything, huh, Mizu?
Yeah, what you think? Oh, yeah.
All right, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and paint those real fast to get them looking chipper. And we'll be on to the next step here. If I can find our paint, we'll be on to our next step. Right up here. We're not going all baller crazy on this stuff, let me tell you. Just some good old engine high temp enamel up to 500 degrees should work. Oh man. Here, let's redo that. There we go. Wow. Bruiser smeared that right up, some engine enamel. That should work perfect for those. This is a race car slash show car. You guys get the gifs. Race car, paint spindles. Let's dive into it. Don't worry guys, I got my respirator on. I actually got the exhaust hooked up in here, so it's not too bad. That's a good first coat there. We'll let these flash. I'll give it one more and then we'll put the spindle back into the hub and put them on the car. All right, y'all, I got the exhaust on, so don't mind it. But this kit came with brand new lines. He's already got a set on there, but that's okay. We can use those on the wife's race car. So we'll put this on there. My wife and his wife, we're building them a race car. I think this weekend we should go grab that from Fredericks, actually. If you're not doing anything, we should just run down there and pick that in the hatch up, or the wagon up. Anyways, we might go get that this weekend and get it in the shop. We're gonna figure out what size these lines are and start getting those on, because we can actually start playing with a few things here. Not a whole lot, but we can kind of start playing with a few things. Bolting up, not really. We gotta wait for those to dry. But that ain't no big deal. We'll do that, change these lines, and start getting this car back together. You think, Bruce? Can we get this car back together? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, exactly, right? Y'all hear that? 2 hours later, that's all it's taken. One eternity later. Anyways, we're back here on Donovan's EG. We just kind of dived back into it. I forgot that we had even done a video, to be honest with you. So here's where we're at. Woo, we've got some stop tech going on there. These things are looking real slick. We're going around, we're using Loctite where it calls. Donovan's got his torque wrench out. He's busting out all the torques, everything. We're getting all this set. And I think we gotta go through and tighten up some suspension things yet. But we are actually taking and mounting everything the way it needs to be. This line we need to take off and go behind. Yep, take that one off and run it to the back side. But that's where we're at, and then I'm gonna actually dive to the inside of this thing and get ready to pull the brake booster off of it, because he's got a Hone Development brake booster delete. With an EK reservoir? With EK reservoir, so it's the good one. We're gonna slap it on. It's over here. I really think that's about the last of it in a sense. Get that on, and then we will be able to start the car back up, test a few things out, check torques, and then we've got a valve cover, getting ready to get some bungs welded on it, and painted wrinkle red. I actually painted it wrinkle red and forgot about the bungs, so we're gonna do it again. And then we need to modify the cold air intake on this thing so it can go into this red headlight now. We've got it here. I don't know if we're gonna run an air box on it or what we're gonna do that route. I've got this air box over here. We might put that on there, or we have got a HKS funnel sitting around somewhere, honeycomb style, that may go on instead. We've got a few options. Hell, we might just build a box for it. But that's where we're at on this thing. I'm gonna dive underneath the dash, get that changed out, and then we'll get this thing on the ground and hopefully get it ripping. All right, new day here. And this thing is about buttoned up. We got the Hone brake booster delete on it. I crawled around in there for probably about an hour or so trying to get that all set up. You gotta drill a hole and it moves up everything and changes the alignment of the brake booster and all that good stuff. So kind of interesting on how all that is. But that's it there. Now this is temporary on the line situation. I took the factory lines and gave him a bend around and crammed them down in there. So he had the S2000 one on there and it worked. These look okay, but like this one I flipped and it's just kind of a little wavy now. This isn't the straightest line. I would like for that to be, you know, a little more straight up and down. But overall, I mean, everything looks pretty decent, but that is what I had to do there in order to get those to work until, I don't know, we gotta buy a brake line tool, I guess would be the easiest thing to do, and then I could just flare new lines. But then, those stop techs are in there, they look real nice, all that stuff fits real good. These actually fit better than the Buddy Clubs by the looks of things. We'll see when it gets out and about. I do believe everything was Loctited, excuse me, Loctited and, dang, Loctited and torqued. So all that's good. We're gonna get the Prelude finished, pull this thing outside. But that's a little shop update and a little car update for you guys with Donovan's. We just gotta put the bumper on. It's got a track event in March, I believe is what it is. So bear with us. The videos are gonna definitely get better again as we go, kind of get back into the groove of things. The shop move has just been a huge transition, something we really didn't plan on, and it came on really, really fast. So that's where we're at on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one.